hazard is the control hazard. We have already discussed the data hazard case. In case of control hazard, this occurs due to the branch instruction. In case of pipelining, while performing the pipelining operation, whenever a branch instruction is there, we get another kind of hazard. This is called as control hazard. We can explain with the help of one example. Let's say these 4 instructions are there. BEQ, this is a kind of jump instruction. That means jump to 150 if this is true. That means if R1 and R2 content are equal, you need to jump at 150. Next is AND instruction, OR instruction and add instruction. So while executing, let me define IF stand for instruction fetch, ID stand for instruction decode, IE stand for instruction execute and WB stand for write back. So first instruction is getting executed in case of pipelining. IF1, I8, ID1 corresponding to first instruction. The instruction is fetched, decoded, executed, then memory, and it is write back to the memory, written to the memory. The next instruction, IF2, ID2, I3, then memory. Then in every instruction we are doing this kind of procedure. But if you see it closely, this instruction BEQ R1 R2, 150, if this instruction is true, if this instruction get true, that means if both values are R1 and R both are equal, then there is a totally wastage of resources if we are executing this instruction, even if the controller has moved to the location 150. It means if this condition is not true, in that case everything is okay. But if at the first step this condition becomes true, then we are working on these 3 instructions. That means, let me say, after executing the first instruction and second I go to know that this is equal, then the execution step of second, the decoding step of third and the fetch step of fourth instruction becomes waste. And this kind of wastage of resources is called as, which is in case of our branch instruction, is called as control hazards. So in this case, in case of control hazards, what we are doing, we are going to flush out these instructions. So to do so, what we need to do, we are going to make some kind of processor, some kind of control circuitry. Let me read out it. To avoid the control hazard, we use a control hazard detecting circuit in the execution cycle of branch instruction, which tell the processor to flush out all the subsequent instruction. That means if first instruction is true, then we need to flush out these 3 instructions. Okay. The last one is the structural hazards. In case of structural hazards, this occurs whenever there is a conflict of resources. Conflict of resources is there if everyone is trying to access the same source. For example, a particular register, a particular memory location or ALU at the same time. So let me take the example I1, I2, I3, 3 instructions are there, in which add R1, R2, R3, add R4, R5, R6, subtract R7, R1, R8. In the first one you can see R1 we are using the register which is getting the sum of R2 and R3, but at the third instruction R7 we are getting R1 minus R8. If I draw this timing diagram, execution cycle of this instruction, after first fetching these 3 instructions I1, I2, I3, then if first we are decoding the first instruction, in case of pipelining the sequence is this one. R1 is the sum of R2 plus R3, and in the second case it get executed, and the third case it get into the memory. And at this time this second instruction will be here, then here, and then here, and third instruction is likewise here. So if I note down at this particular cycle, what we are seeing, R1 has changed to R2 plus R3, but here we are going to find the subtraction R7 minus R1 minus R8. R1, let's say R1 was 75H, but after performing this operation R1 has changed to, let's say, 25H. Originally I was to work on the 75H, but here I am working on the 25H. So it means R1 is being used by different instruction for different purposes, and this kind of hazard is called as the structural hazards. So in this case, what is the solution? We need to delay this instruction I3 before executing this instruction, which is going to be executed. We need to delay this instruction. What we are doing here, third instruction I3 is delayed so that ultimately the R1 has changed in a very good manner. Then it is actually taking the value of R1. So this was the all about pipelining hazards. Thank you.